Aquas, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is the monthly general reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I know it's been a while for me to get this to you guys. Thank you guys for being patient through my crazy moving stuff. I'm just taking it day by day and doing these readings as I'm in the best energy to do them. And Aquas, you guys were next, and the Clydster's back. Don't mind the mess behind me either. There's going to be a part 2 over on Patreon. You can also find it on Vimeo as well. Links are listed below for your convenience. My mouth has not been working today, probably because I've been pretty fatigued. I was gonna do this earlier today and I passed out. And I woke up and I was like, oh, it's nighttime. Oh, look at that. But anyway, I am here for it, okay? Keep in mind this is timeless and general, so whenever you're coming across this and it resonates for you, it is your reading. You will know if it is your reading. Use your own discernment there. Clyde, oh my God. Hold on. Crazy cat on the loose. Clyde. I thought he was like ready to rest. I also thought it was going to be a good time to do this. Hold on, Aquas. Give me a second. Clyde, I know. I missed you too. I missed you. But let me work. We'll see how this goes. Knocking over water bottles, cameras, lamps. Clyde. You're going to do it, aren't you? Okay. Hold on. Oh, big boy. Hi. I know you want all my attention. I'll give you all my attention when I'm done, I promise. I gave him a good amount of attention earlier, again, thinking it like calmed him down. But apparently he wants like everything. Anyway, Aquas, let's get to you. Immediately when I tapped into your field, I got blues, lots of blues, different color blues. A royal dark blue really stood out. It's like your energy feels so watery, like moon, stars, galactic, nighttime. That was something that was coming through really strong too, like the energy of night. And I actually heard midnight. There could be something going on in the middle of the night, like maybe you're waking up at like 3 a.m. or midnight repeatedly. Special hours of the night might just pertain to you in particular. You're just gonna be going through something with your sleep, but you have this very like watery, mysterious nighttime energy. Excuse me, that's just how it's coming across. Like very mysterious too. Someone could be looking at you like you're very mysterious, but I feel like you're just in your waters, honestly. I feel like you're just in your watery energy. I also feel like you're actually in a very creative energy. You might not know it yet. That's interesting how that's coming through. You might not know it yet. It might feel a little bit like you are learning to flow with the unknown. Again, this energy of like nighttime, darkness, mystery. But it feels almost like romantic. It feels like whimsical. It feels creative, like almost Neptunian. Like not so nighttime dark to say like scorpionic, right? When we are under the influence of the Scorpio eclipse, but like, yeah, more like moonlight, romantic, creative, whimsy, like, you know what I mean? But it doesn't feel like you're doing a lot. It just feels like you're in this nighttime energy. I don't know how else to describe it. You could be dancing in the night, dancing with the night. You could be connecting with the moon a lot. You could be connecting with just nighttime or the stars a lot. Maybe you're sleeping a lot during the day and then really awake at night. But keep in mind that people could be taking notice of this energy with you. It just, I keep wanting to say whimsy and romantic energy about you. Smooth, suave, flowy. But I don't feel like you're doing a lot. I actually feel like you're about to become very creative. Like you're not taking action yet per se. You're just kind of there. You're just there. You're just in this very watery energy. But I feel like you're about to be inspired. I do feel that. I feel like you're about to be very, very inspired. You could be very emotional too. Because maybe that's just like how it's coming across too with like your own personal cycles. We all have our own personal cycles and ebb and flow of daily life, monthly life, yearly life, etc. You could just be in your nighttime phase, you know? Excuse me, hold on. I'm actually starting with the Gaia Oracle deck. All the decks I use are listed below. Let's see here. It just called out to me for you. Yeah, like if I were to paint like this feeling that I'm getting with you. I would paint you like midnight in a forest, under a full moon, in some kind of flowy garb, one with nature, with like the fae around you and like some star family looking down. Like that's how I would like depict this energy if I could put a visual to it. But it also feels very alone. Like I don't feel like you're really engaging with people per se. You're kind of in your own little world. Your own little magical world. I just described this like foresty scene. Enchanted Forest comes out. Mystery, magic, and excitement. Yeah, and look, there's a full moon. There's like this like bluey hue nighttime energy behind it. That's exactly what I'm feeling with what I'm feeling with you. Anything else for Aquarius? Yeah, I feel like you're on the precipice of creation and passion and maybe even like fiery element, but right now you're in water. You're totally in water. You can even have that feeling too, like you're underwater. You might even like describe yourself as I'm kind of blue or bluesy, but I don't feel like you're sad. It might just seem that way, like a perceptional thing. Anyway, oh, attachment, letting go, restriction, and fear. So being in this watery place, I think you are releasing, you are cleansing, but it feels so gentle. Like it doesn't even feel, you could be, again, you could be a little sad, like bluesy, but I don't feel like this is intense shadow work or anything like that. It just feels like you're in water energy. It feels like you're in your nighttime energy. You're in your own little inner world, and you're just kind of letting that energy flow. It's so whimsical. Like I can't get away from that feeling. Something about it feels very, I want to say fae-like or fantastical. Yeah. But attachment does indicate almost like a devilish energy is present. Like you're needing to move past some expectations that have been disappointing or self-limiting beliefs, addictions, codependencies, fear itself, like holding yourself back in some way, and that you need to move past that. But even like the description of that sounds so heavy, but I don't feel like it's that heavy for you. And it could be because you're an Aquarius. That is the gift of Aqua. Like emotional, you could say emotional detachment. You just feel emotions differently. You just deal with emotions differently than other people. Um, yeah, so anyway, let's move on. Yeah, I want to say like this creative energy is like coming. It's like Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. Underneath that, intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. So I love that these two came out because there's so much emphasis with like verbiage around nighttime, fantasy, magic, even. You could actually be experiencing, how do I want to say this? A lot of direct messages like from spirit, from your team, from the universe. This also indicates telepathy as well. So be mindful of your dreams, like what's coming through in your dreams. And the fact that you have Ganesha as your overall, Ganesha is basically, you can even work with Ganesha if that resonates with you, but helping you to deal with this, helping you with this very gentle clearing and releasing. It feels like, this is what I'm saying, like it's so watery and it's so gentle. It's like taking water and just like letting it flow through your hands. Like that's what it feels like if you are letting go of some things here and you're making room for Enchanted Forest. I actually want to read that Enchanted Forest card to you guys. Hold on. So dry. So dry. No matter how much water I drink. Okay. 1 minute life seems rather mundane and boring, then all of a sudden someone or something sweeps into your world like a breath of fresh air. All of a sudden you feel as though you are on a magical mystery tour with a renewed sense of passion and excitement for life, and it doesn't matter that you have no real idea where this is all leading you. In fact, not knowing only creates more excitement. Life is now full of romance and seemingly endless creative possibilities. Embrace all that comes your way. Enjoy the journey and don't be in a hurry to settle things down or draw conclusions. Allow things to unfold in their own way and time. What unravels will bring you lasting joy and a deep sense of fulfillment. This is exactly what I'm feeling with you. This is your reading right here on this one card. Yeah, it's like you might feel like you're in this lull, but you're not. It's interesting because it's like even that's an illusion. You are releasing right now. You're like clearing stuff right now. Again, probably from the full moon Scorpio. And like I said, some of you have definitely some assistance helping you here, and definitely coming through in your dreams. Pay attention to telepathy, all that stuff. But it's like water going through your hands. It's so 10:44, and I looked at the camera. It's so gentle. And while you're in this kind of like watery nighttime energy phase, creation is coming. Inspiration is coming. That nighttime is going to it's like this nighttime energy is slowly turning from cleansing and releasing and healing to romantic and mysterious and ooh, what's behind that corner? And ooh, what's coming in now? Like, you know what I mean? But it's still nighttime. The moon feels very significant too. So like I said, this could pertain to the eclipse, or you could be connecting with the moon in a certain way. If you are a female who does get cycles, you're probably connecting with your cycle differently, or your cycle's changing. Again, I pay attention to that as well. Could be doing some like womb clearing for those who are in that boat. But this is really like beautiful energy. I'm like, it's whimsy. It's whimsy and fantastical. But let's go ahead and get into some more cards. Excuse me. I am going to use the Midnight Magic deck, which just feels perfect for you guys right now. And then we're going to go ahead and get into part 2. I need my chapstick, but it's far. Okay. Any other messages or insights for Aquarius? Remember, Pluto is retrograding in Aquarius right now. Excuse me, Jesus, at 0 degrees. That can also bring up this energy too for you. Because when Pluto goes retrograde, the introspective part of Pluto, the internalization part of Pluto really intensifies. And that's kind of how this feels. It's like you're just in your night phase. You're just in your night phase. But Pluto's also about change. Pluto's also about letting go. And you're clearly letting go of something. It's weird. It's like, I almost feel like you're not even aware fully. Like you might realize or have like little bits of emotion or feel a little emotional. Or have memories come up suddenly, but it's like, it's so subtle. It's very strange. Almost like life for you is a weird dream right now. Okay. Any messages or insights for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Any messages or insights for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Am I taking all these? Yeah, okay, there's a lot. Whoa. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups, happy place, happy life, happy family, waking up and everything feels pretty dandy and pretty good. It's a pretty powerful first card to get. Ace of Swords in reverse. Ooh. King of Wands and 3 of Wands in reverse. Is this doubt? Or is this illusion? Or is it both? God, there's so many ways this wants to come out. This King of Wands energy, there's something about this, like your whole energy feels like a dream. Like you're just in a dream right now. This King of Wands energy it kind of feels like that dream energy, like the idea of a person, put it that way. The idea of a person, the notion of a person, perception of a person, whether it's real or not. Like, and when I even say the idea of a person, this could even be like qualities you would like in a person, or qualities that you seek in a person, qualities that you admire in people, whether you think you possess that or not. I can feel different groups of you there. Like King of Wands energy is get up, go, confident. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go have some fun, I'm going to get some plans started, I'm gonna go work out, I'm gonna go be the center of attention, and I'm gonna just do my thing. That's a King of Wands. Very charming, very charismatic, usually very loved and adored, especially when they're upright like that. Very strong, very confident, and very much a leader. Okay. I'm actually getting Aries, which is weird because King of Wands is Leo, but I'm getting like a strong Aries energy. Admiring these qualities in other people, whether you believe you possess them or not. That again, that's like a totally different thing, because I could feel some of you like you admire that in other people because you don't have it, or you admire that in other people and you're learning to embody it, right? But anyway, this idea of a person, or this almost like idolization, that's what it feels like. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Idolization of a person or people, whether this person exists in your life or not. It's just the idea of it. You're turning your head from it. Why does this matter? Because of what you're letting go of. Because of what you're letting go of. You're definitely in this like dreamy nighttime internalized space, this like midnighty, flowy, again, dream-like sort of space within your own energy, like where things don't seem super real. So Neptunian. I wouldn't be shocked if you have some strong Pisces placements. And when it comes to this, like these characteristics of what you like in a person, or this idea of a person or people, you've got the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Three of Wands in reverse. It's like, it's almost like just choosing not to deal with that, choosing not to engage with that, choosing not to think about that, like literally like just turning your mind off from it. Turning your mind off from it. I feel like there's disappointment there. This might be wrapped up in some of your programming too. I feel like there's something super deep emotionally that even I can't touch on just yet. We'll see if it comes up revolving around this King of Wands energy. But I feel like it's disappointment. But what's preceding that is the Ten of Cups. That's what's unlocking for you here. What your Ten of Cups is for you. Remember this card, Enchanted Forest, it speaks of surges of creative energy, and it is mysterious and it is magical, and leading to like amazing opportunities and leading you to the Ten of Cups. So I feel like while you're in this like kind of like nighttime dreamy space, and you're kind of clearing and you're letting some stuff go, particularly as it relates to ideas or perceptions around this idea of a person or these qualities in a person, maybe a specific person, you're focusing on your happiness. Again, emotion, all your waters. Like, what does your Ten of Cups look like? What encompasses that? And to be honest, I feel like this idea of a person, of this King of Wands energy, this is where I feel like there's a little bit of friction, and maybe this is like something a little deeper. At one point in time, maybe you associated having Ten of Cups with having a person or people in your life like the King of Wands, or maybe a specific King of Wands. And that's what you need to let go. That's what you need to release. I just keep feeling this like disengaging from this idea of a person, but I feel like emotionally you haven't done that yet. And that's what I'm saying, where there might be some clearing going on as it relates to this idea of King of Wands, because you got swords and fire around this King of Wands. You don't have water. And that's what it feels like a mental shut off, as opposed to emotionally dealing with it. Okay? Maybe a specific King of Wands disappointed you and you're trying to rebuild. That could totally be the case. But I want to say it's the idea of a person. It might not be a specific person. It might be archetype of many people through the course of your life. This doesn't even have to be romantic. For some of you, it could be, but doesn't have to be. But this is where you're headed. This is where you're headed. This is just a piece of the clearing as it relates to what your Ten of Cups really is. Okay? Moving on. Tell me more for Aquarius. Let me move these over. Okay. Oh. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. We have the King and Queen of Wands. Definitely a perfect pair situation going on there. Yeah, I mean, I just gotta call a spade a spade. This idea of a person or these qualities of a King of Wands, it could be a belief or a feeling that you have that is the missing piece to your Ten of Cups. I feel like this is something that needs to be visited, felt, observed, maybe even changed, maybe even released, right? Because it could be a self-limiting belief, especially if it's attached to a specific person. I keep feeling disappointment. I keep feeling disappointment as it relates to a King of Wands. You're definitely learning. This Queen of Wands energy, this is definitely your energy. It feels like it ebbs in and out. Like it almost feels like you're going to anchor this Queen of Wands energy soon, especially as you get this surge of creative energy, right? You're going to get more into fire and like moving out of this watery place. But queens are also watery, right? They're water energy. But yeah, it's like weird. It feels like an ebb and flow. Like this isn't solid for you. Like you don't solidly sit here in the Queen of Wands. I keep feeling missing piece and disappointment with this King of Wands. Missing piece and disappointment. Let's keep going. You could have really strong telepathy with somebody. And I mean strong. Like strong. Like you're dreaming and you're having conversations with each other. Like literally. Or you could be like physically really apart, but you still feel each other. Especially with the Three of Wands in reverse. Like this could be somebody who is actually at a distance from you. If it's attached to a specific person, like I said, I feel like it's the idea of a person more so than anything. I was gonna say there's a lot of dreamy energy, and here we have the Devil, which speaks to this attachment card. It speaks to you releasing from this disappointment, the illusion of this, the perception of this idea of this, so you could really have that Ten of Cups. Strength. And strength will help you get there. A lot of Leo energy. We've got strong fire. We have Aries, Leo. We also have Capricorn, but strong Aries, Leo, and more so Leo than Aries. But, excuse me. We do a lot of Leo energies astrologically anyway, but strength will help you overcome that. For those of you where this is attached to a specific person, it feels like there's something at the soul level that is like keeping you so attached to them. And maybe you don't even understand why. I keep feeling this brain shut off. Like just, I'm not going to think about them. I'm not going to think about them. Just like, put, like, it's just not a thing. Overall, we have the Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Being happy and content within the self. Yeah, but what's around it is the Eight of Swords. And the Four of Swords in reverse. And the Seven of Wands with the Seven of Swords. And the Six of Wands in reverse, defeat. Yeah, there's this, like I said, it feels very deep. Like an emotional, like a feeling, like a really deep feeling. Or for some of you, it's a very deep program. And I think this is exactly what's being broken for you, what you're releasing from, but it feels like it's so gentle. And maybe this is why you need to be in kind of this dreamy state to make it happen, because it's so deeply rooted. I think whoever that applies to, you'll understand what I mean. Because here we have in your overall energy, we got the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Swords. You're having some sort of trouble holding on to happiness within the self and feeling like you have what you want. There's some sort of mental block here, but it's because you keep shutting off and you keep ignoring this idea of a person or person, King of Wands, and your real feelings about it. Need to be honest, Aqua. And your real feelings about it. For those of you where there's also this, because there's a subgroup of you about also owning this energy within yourself, this King of Wands energy, like recognizing that you admire that so much in another person or people in general, or you look for that in people because you really want to learn to embody it for yourself. That's part of your journey. But anyway, moving on. And then after the Eight of Swords, look, we've got Four of Swords in reverse with the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Swords. I know it's hard to see the cards because they're all mushrooms, but they're beautiful. And the Six of Wands in reverse. This to me is like, like a little bit of denial, especially with the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Swords. That to me is like block, 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 because you're disappointed. You feel disappointed. You're going to see that you have the Nine and the Ten of Cups available to you. You're going to see that that is available to you. But this has to be visited for that to take place. Okay? Out of all the cards, we have two court cards, and it's the King and the Queen of Wands. There's something about this whole situation that is dreamy and kind of illusionary. Anyway, so Aquas, like I said, you're just in this nighttime energy, and it's just where you need to be, where you can really address that, okay? Where you can really address that. Some of you, some of you have had pretty strong creative blocks, actually, too, is also what I'm feeling here. You're going to come to the clarity as to why that is, but it's going to take you not shutting off what you're so disappointed about. It's going to take you really facing that, which this nighttime energy is helping you with, but it also feels gentle. It doesn't feel forceful. It doesn't feel, it's very, very gentle. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get into part 2, and we're going to get a little deeper into this and see what's up. All right. See you on the other side, Aquas. And if this is where you depart, I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Take care.